Hello, everyone. Just give us one more minute and we'll be ready to go.
What a beautiful fire.
No, right? You're letting them in, right? Okay, great.
This is the minutes. It's all
Good evening. Welcome to our first YMCA Hayo-Went-Ha Fireside Chat. I'm Chris Holter, a former camper, counselor, board member, and chair of the Philanthropy Committee, and I am lucky enough to be your MC for tonight's event. As we get this campfire started, just a bit of housekeeping notes. We ask that the participants please put themselves on mute. That would be very helpful. At the end, we'll be able to ask questions and you can come off of mute. But we've got an exciting 30 minutes with all of you tonight and an all-star cast. Our team tonight is JC, our CEO, Adam, our Boys Camp Director, Amanda, our Director of Alumni and Community Development. We've got Mimi, who's our President of the Board of Trustees, John, who's our Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees and the Chair of the Keepers of the Flame Annual Appeal. We've got Hadley Robinson, the Chair of the Alumni Committee and Board of Trustees, and then myself. Now, you may be wondering what exactly is a fireside chat and why are we hosting this on Giving Tuesday? Well, each member of our community carries with them the heart of camp, a sense of place, tradition, an enduring spirit that binds us together. The campfire, a timeless symbol of connection and shared stories, beautifully represents the spirit of camp. And today, as part of the global movement encouraging generosity and giving back, we gather to celebrate what unites us, a shared commitment to making a difference. And there's no better way to honor this day than by coming together to support the legacy and future of our beloved camps. So here's what's happening tonight. We're going to start things off with a bit of a history lesson by Adam. Then JC is going to deliver his amazing State of the Flame address and really all of the exciting things that are happening for camp today and in the future. And then we're going to have a fireside chat with Amanda and John, and they'll talk a little bit about how you can become a keeper of the flame through this year's annual appeal and why camp has never been more essential for today's youth. Hadley's going to talk a little bit about an endless summer for our community. And then to close, Mimi is going to leave you with a powerful and uplifting message to inspire you to carry the flame forward. And then after all of this, we'll stay on and really be here to answer any questions you may have. And next, I want to turn it over to Adam to talk about the rich history of the Keepers of the Flame.
Hi, folks. It's great to be with you tonight for our fireside chat. The Keepers of the Flame is a long-held tradition at Hayo-Went-Ha camps. It was initiated by former CEO Pat Rohde in the early 90s. And for decades, a couple decades now, it has inspired generations of campers to embrace the core values that really make our camp community what it is and has created a deep and lasting connection to Hayo-Went-Ha camps. To be a keeper of the flame is both an honor and a responsibility. It's a commitment to protect and uphold camp's values, history, and spirit. It's a commitment to our community. We proudly carry it, ensuring that the legacy of camp will shine brightly for generations to come. This year, we thought no better way to honor this tradition than to make it the centerpiece of our year-end giving campaign. So together, we can keep the flame burning both today and into the future.
Great. Thank you so much, Adam. That was wonderful. Appreciate that. And now I think it's a moment we've all been waiting for to hear from JC. And so it's really my honor to really introduce JC to all of you to deliver the State of the Flame address. And so, JC, without further ado, we're going to turn it over to you, and I'll stop sharing my screen so everyone can enjoy a bit of that fire with you tonight.
All right. Thank you, Chris. That is quite an introduction. Yeah, this is at Camp Arbutus in Atlanta, and there's no better place to be in front of a fire tonight. And tonight, every year for 25 years since I've been running camps, I would always do kind of a state of the camp address, because I think too often we miss opportunities to really celebrate what we've accomplished as top 10 are really 2024 things that I want to celebrate, that I think we should all celebrate together. And I want to talk, the next 5 are going to be, kind of what's coming in the future and what we're working on. Because this year, I really looked at this year as the foundation year. It's great to see Dave DeLuca, our retiring CEO, on this call. So I'm really following in the footsteps of Dave, but moreover, I'm following the footsteps of all the people from the last over 120 years that have made this place what it is today. So I'm going to start with the first of the top 10 lists is really in 2024. I think we made some big steps in terms of our financial stability. COVID, let's just face it, COVID was something that was really challenging for us, something that challenged camps across the country, and we're coming out stronger for it. I like to say that we're rising like a phoenix out of the ashes of COVID, and we're now starting to kind of build that infrastructure that is really propelling us into the future. So this year we did a Summer Dreams campaign where we was a big part in terms of helping us fund our scholarship programs. We started that on Earth Day and ended it on the summer solstice. But our community, just right away when I said, hey, here's the new guy here, I need some help, people said when and how. And literally from day one, I had people, I think they were checking on me a little bit at the same time on day one when I started, but saying, how can I help? And the one thing that I will say is I'm very proud of the camps I've run, but I've never seen the level of community support. When I ask people how much has camp impacted their lives to this day, 100% say that it's made a profound impact on them. So it is my honor to be at the helm, and our financial stability is very important, especially as we're running 2 camps in a very competitive environment with rising costs and inflation. We're on our way, and we think we have a strong foundation based on the strength of our community. The second thing I want to talk about is innovative program launches. I always joke with my program director this summer. I said, I want your job with my salary. That didn't go over well. He didn't want to switch with me, but I've always loved programs. So this year was really a watch and learn, see what we're doing well, which is tremendous. But one of the things that I noticed is the kids started to talk about I would always kind of show up at lunches right after the trips would be done. And at Isle Royal, the kids they couldn't wait to tell me about all of their experiences. And then I would talk to the younger kids, and they would look forward to the trips that were coming in the following years. So we're really focusing on what we're terming the pathways to growth. So that it begins when, at the young age of 8, 9 years old, where they learn about outdoor living, getting comfortable in the out of doors, and then transform that all the way to a 21-day in Alaska. And you think about those pathways to growth. So after the first of the year, our brochure is actually going to be a trail map. And when I call it the cereal eating brochure. So that Saturday morning, we're going to try to time it. I'm going to open up and eat some cereal and just really look at all of the things that really their future has in store for them. So we're excited. Also, number 3 is, along with that, we have to have our facilities that support our program. And so being a 120-year-old camp and 110 here at Arbutus, we've got some old facilities that we can't keep kicking the can down the road. We've got some historical facilities that we're working on. So what we did there is we developed a tremendous partnership with a local design and build firm called RCI. And RCI is one of those organizations that they give all of their time and effort. And right now, they're basically our consultant. They're a consultant helping us get our arms around both of these camps that have just some aging needs that we've got to address right away. The boathouse, for instance, at our Torch facility, looks like it's ready to fall down. Well, we got a structural engineer there, and it's more cosmetic. So yeah, we've got to really work on that boathouse. But what this RCI is helping us do, along with our facilities team, is just get our arms around our facilities to make sure that we have the best for our community. And so it's been a tremendous new partnership there. And then our strengthened leadership team. As many of you know, Amanda Macaluso has graciously been accepted a position as our Director of Alumni and Community Development. Gina Giorgio is going to be focusing specifically on our wilderness-based programs. We've just announced the hiring of Mackenzie Macmo Morrison. And Mackenzie, you got to wave to us if you're out there. We are so excited because Mackenzie's got a strong reputation and history with us. And we couldn't be more excited. I mean, really think about the team that we are kind of building right now. And I know Adam has been a huge addition at our Torch site, and he's going to be hiring a new assistant camp director in just a month now. So we're finally, like I said, rising out of the ashes of COVID. We're finally building that infrastructure up that's really exciting and is teeing us up for the next step and for excellence. So now that's 2024. Let's talk. Oh, I want to also talk about expanding our volunteer and alumni development. People like Brad Simmons, Jim Austin, Skip Clark, Dave Foley, that's just to name a few. Adam started inviting people to our opening and closing campfires. Our alumni, we've also brought back our work weekends. And again, we're pulling this community together. We're all rising up together. And that's the thing that I am not shy about saying, especially on Giving Tuesday, is I need your help. We need your help to really give the kids the same reasons why you're on this call tonight and the importance that you place on these two amazing camps. Well, it's all going to cause us to rise together. It all requires us, to rise together. When I leave someday, I hope that everybody appreciates the work I've done, but it's bigger than me. And so we're all in this together. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Finding Nemo is one of my favorite movies, and we're all trying to get to break that net and move together. 2025, we're going to be launching what's called the Wilder Certification Program. It's going to be a new wilderness-based certification program oops, that's my timer. So I got 2 minutes. So we're going to be doing a new wilderness-based certification program to really expand our skill sets beyond our wilderness first responder programs or certifications, but we're going to also tandem that with our trip centers. So the idea is we want to move from trip shacks to trip centers and really create a state-of-the-art, well-organized equipment facility with the best equipment for our kids, the best learning area for our kids. And I want them, when they come in there, to see pictures all the way related to Killarney, Isle Royale, all the way up to Alaska. So again, where those pathways to growth, they feel that connection. And excellence is what we're focused on and for 2025 and beyond. I talked about enhancing our camp infrastructure. That talks a little bit about our trip centers. We're also building 2 new bathhouses, and they will be ready by this summer. So our kids, one at Arbutus and one at Torch. And then you're going to see also a really big focus on one camp, or what we are terming 2 Lakes, 1 camp. And so we're starting to bring our resources together. This year, for the first year, where Arbutus had the moon ceremony, Torch had the North Star ceremony, really building off the traditions of the ladle story. These are things that we're trying to build more consistency. And again, we're trying to rise up together. And we believe as an organization, and that's a big part of my vision, that we're only strong as we are as one camp, one organization. And then the last thing I want to focus on is the continued focus on sustainable growth. we gave $250,000 of scholarship assistance this year to kids that really deserve camp. The level of impact that I see our amazing camps have on these kids is something that we should all be proud of as a community. We're working hard. We've been meeting with Washtenaw Camp Placement to try to get the kids in at an early stage to get them comfortable in terms of the entry point into the out of doors. We've talked about ideas of going to get the kids maybe fitted for boots for the first time, a backpack, but also taking them out on day hikes to get them more comfortable. And, you know, our camps, as you know, are hard. They're things that are challenging, and these are things that we believe in as an organization. We want to create stronger entry points and really make it more accessible. So every year you're going to see those Summer Dreams flyers coming, and we're going to be sending them out on the first day of Earth Day. And then every year we're going to ask our community to lift up the kids that really need our support. And there's families out there, and I don't know if they're on right now because I can't see everybody, who are literally picked a community and said, I want to support 5 kids from the Saginaw community. I want to support kids from the Jackson community. And I have this vision where, what if a bunch of our alumni picked a community and even supported just one kid from their community to connect them with our community, the larger Hayo-Went-Ha community. So I can't wait to kind of engage that even more. But this is what's happening. There's a lot of momentum with the board. I could not ask for a better staff, a better board, and a better community as the new CEO, and could not be more excited about the opportunity I have to lead at this stage in our growth as an organization. So thank you all for taking tonight. I will be answering any questions after the presentation is done. All right, thank you.
JC, thank you so much. And we just wanted to share, really, I think it's your top 10 list that you put together that you just went through and spoke about, because the vision and the future is certainly very inspiring. So for all of you that want to see really the top 10 pillars of what the camp is working on, here is your chance to take a beautiful screenshot of the top most exciting things. And next, we're going to move into a bit of a fireside chat with John and Amanda, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can see both of them. But we're going to really spend a bit of time with both of you tonight. Thank you, John and Amanda, for being with us. So I want to start, let's see, with John. So John, I understand you're the Keepers of the Flame, a year-end annual appeal. It's a big mouthful there. Co-chair.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, with Amanda. And I really wanted to ask you specifically why this campaign is so essential.
Well, first of all, for all of you who have already given to the campaign, thank you so much. It's really sincerely appreciated. And we just heard from JC, and you can feel all that passion and energy and vision that he has. There's a lot that we need to get done. We have a strategic plan. We have a master plan. We have a long-term vision. And to make this a reality, we really depend on the ongoing kindness and generosity within our community. So as Keepers of the Flame, all of us, we're embracing the spirit of connection. And in this new campaign, we're building on that spirit of connection by strengthening our peer-to-peer fundraising efforts. So this approach harnesses the power of our network, inspiring our alumni, our families, and our friends to all come together and be champions for the future of our camps. So together, we're ensuring that the flame continues to burn brightly for generations to come.
Thank you so much, John. Just a follow-up question. What do we plan to do with the money we raised this year?
Well, JC just hit on a bunch of things. And if I think about how we bucket those down into 4 key areas, the first is program enhancements. So take our existing programs and make them as exceptional as they can be, while also developing new programs that will enrich the experience for everyone. We also need to take those funds to work on infrastructure improvements. So JC talked about the boathouse at boys camp. He talked about 2 new bathhouses that we're building, one for boys camp, one for girls camp. We've also talked about this idea of transforming our trip shacks into truly premier centers of tripping excellence. So that's number 2. Number 3 is using the funds to support our long-term vision for camps. So this would drive initiatives to ensure our relevance and impact for future generations. And then finally is financial sustainability. So in addition to funding parts of our operations, your donations will help us build a reserve fund, rainy day fund, in the event that there's some expenditures that are not anticipated.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, John. So now we're going to go over to Amanda. So Amanda, I know you've got 30 plus years experience. You're now a few new months into your new role. And I know there's one subject that you are super passionate about, and I want to ask you about this. Why do you believe that camp is more than ever important for kids?
Well, thanks, Chris, and hi, everyone. I just love the fact that campers can be outside, can be challenged. They meet new friends, and these friends, camp friends, are lifelong friends. So the friendships that are made, but I think most importantly, and the biggest thing that I truly feel is a true asset to our organization and our camp program is that we are unplugged. The kids come and just be outside and be with each other and not be on their devices. And I think that that's just more important than ever in these times.
Oh, thank you so much. So, as co-chair of the Keepers of the Flame, what can you share about the campaign for all of us?
Of course. Well, I love the fact that it's called the Keepers of the Flame. I was part of the first year that Pat Rohde implemented that whole tradition. I should have worn my Keepers of the Flame tonight. But it's nice to be able to do that, continue that tradition. But also, I'm loving that it's a peer-to-peer campaign. So we've reached out to 20, we've got 25 teams that are then reaching out to their friends. So this just helping us to reach out even more than what we can do on our own. We're really excited. This today was a very good day for donations, and we are currently at 38% of our enrollment goal, our fundraising goal. Sorry, I've been a camp director for 27 years. Our goal is at 38% of the $300,000 that we are hoping to raise. I think too, the thing about the camp, the peer-to-peer and the platform that we're using, which is called Give Butter, is that you can add photos and comments, and there's been some really fun connections with alumni on that platform. So we've seen some old photos of people back in their camp days being posted, which is really nice. And I think it's also really nice to just come together and just be all in the Hayo-Went-Ha camps.
Great. Thank you so much. And I really wanted to thank both of you for these efforts. And that is super exciting to hear the new number that we're at 38% of our goal. And for those that may want to donate, you can simply go to our website. And in the top sort of almost right corner is something where it says donate. And that will take you right over to the Keepers of the Flame, our Give Butter site. So that's just a place where you're able to engage with all of us in this fun, new, innovative way we're fundraising this year. All right, next, I'd love to turn it over to Hadley Robinson to talk about creating an endless summer for all of the community.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Hadley. I am the chair of a pretty newly formed alumni committee. And as Hayo-Went-Ha or Arbutus alumni, we believe camp summers never have to end. I mean, if you think about it, between these two sites, there's been hundreds of summers for thousands and thousands of kids. And the cool thing is that they just keep coming. And we want to, bring alumni into the mix. And so we're working on launching an Each for All alumni network, that will sort of offer a lot more volunteer opportunities to connect, alumni and camp friends with current campers and staff, and help support them, and help keep their, summers great. And we also want to have a lot more events that, we just had an amazing reunion in August, and we want more get-togethers, more connections, whether that's up north or, in regional cities, throughout the country. So just keep your eye on the Whispering Pines and social media to hear more about the endless summer of Hayo-Went-Ha camps.
Thank you so much, Hadley, and can't wait to learn more about the Each for All network. And it just makes me smile when I think about that endless summer and the connection to the spirit of camp. All right, now it's time to close the campfire. We've had a great inaugural campfire with all of you, and I'd like to turn it over to Mimi Moser-Dyer, the president of the Board of Trustees, to give us some final thoughts and close the campfire tonight.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm Mimi. It's time to close tonight's fireside chat. As we do, I wanted to share some thoughts about what camp means to me. As a camper, I discovered a better version of myself and formed friendships that will last a lifetime, Chris being one of them. As a mother, I watched my 5 daughters grow confident through outdoor adventure and challenge. As a board member, I've come to understand that there's something extraordinary about Hayo-Went-Ha camps. It's a feeling that's hard to put into words. This poem may be the best way to put into words the bond we all share. In the whisper of pines, where stories are spun, the campfire's glow warms everyone. The challenge of wilderness, the climb and the fight, pushing through trails in nature's pure light. The lake's gentle ripples, the thrill of adventure, a chorus of voices in perfect rhyme, with laughter shared and stars shining bright, the spirit of camp will never tire.
Thank you so much, Mimi. And really, on behalf of all of us, we would like to close with a heartfelt thank you to all of you that joined us tonight and all of you that may be watching this at another time. Our camps wouldn't be the way they are without the incredible community we proudly call the Friends of Hayo-Went-Ha. The community compromises many wonderful people, families with children at camp, volunteers, partners, our dedicated impact team, staff, former camp parents, local supporters, board of trustees, and so much more. Giving Tuesday is a beautiful day to tell you how much you mean to us. Thank you for attending the first Hayo-Went-Ha Camps Fireside Chat. And for those that want to stay on, we are here to answer any questions you may have. We're going to have Gina, who's been working on logistics for us tonight. Thank you, Gina. Moderate that, and we will stop sharing our screen and open it up for questions. You can either take yourself off mute if you have a question or put it into the chat.
This is
Yes.
Mimi, the board president. I would just really like to welcome Mac Mo to our team. I'm sure I've met you at some point in time in the past. I think you and Emily, my second daughter, might have been on staff together. Maybe Margot, I don't know. But welcome. I can't wait to start working with you.
Thanks so much. I'm so excited to be working with all of you as well. And yeah, I've crossed paths with many of your daughters. It's been a joy. So yeah, I'm excited to start in just a month and 3 days. It's getting close.
So just checking to see if there are any questions. Like I said, you can take yourself off mute or put them in the chat. We are here to answer anything you might have or anything you want to know more about.
I just want to make sure, I want to add, if anyone has any questions about our campaign or needs any help connecting with anybody that they remember from camp, feel free to give me an email, and I'm happy to help in any way I can.
So also, I want to mention one of the things that I think you're going to hear more about moving forward. I'm still newish until January 2nd.
Okay, then you're
And
not
then
new.
then I'm not.
Then Macmo's new.
Then Macmo, you're taking the new category. But we have, as I mentioned, a strategic plan. I'm a big strategic kind of thinker and future thinker. And our master site plan and the work that the board did and Dave DeLuca really is exquisite. And the future of this camp, not only from a facility standpoint, but the real magic shows up in our program. And so we're working tangentially on all of these different aspects. Even, we're talking risk management, quality of food service, the quality of our staff. This year, we went to tiered pricing. We said to our community, we'd like to pay our staff more. We'd like to be more competitive. And we said, there's tier A and tier B, and tier A is the more expensive price that helps us grow and helps us really make sure that we have the resources we need. 70% have chose tier A. And those that choose tier B, that's fine too. This is what it's all about, is each for all and all for each. And it's coming true with this community. So we have something special going. So, stay tuned because we're going to be asking a lot of you for help. And if it's a work weekend or if it's financially, or if it's just giving me a call and talking about an idea. And also, depending on where you're at in the country, I love coffee. So if you want to invite me for coffee, you what is it? Hey, you want
a cup of coffee?
Hey, you want a cup of coffee? This is a new thing Amanda's starting. I love coffee. And so, please help us really rise up together because we have some big plans. We got some big goals. And I feel a lot of pressure. And it's good pressure, though, right? It's good pressure. It's like John Kelly challenged me with my goals to, JC, what is our Grand Slam goals? So I'm up in the 9th inning, and no, this is only the 3rd inning.
You're only still new, right?
Yeah, I'm only still new, so I'm a rookie, right? And this is where it is not cliche. Like we need to really all kind of come together with a plan together as a community, and watch out. When I saw the reunion this past year, and this alumni committee just did a great job, and the Each for All network that's going to come. As I look at them, this is the competitive part of me at some of the other camps across the country. Our goal is we want to be premier, world-class in every sense. And we know that we can get there because we've got the strength to do that. And that's not CEO speak or anything like that. That's coming from the heart in terms of what I see. So
awesome. Well, we don't see any questions in the chat. So thanks so much for joining us. Thank you, Chris. And we'll see you at camp at some point soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Seeing you.
Good to see everybody.
Bye.
thanks, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.